Well, good afternoon. If you're joining me on this presentation, you are interested in the UNT OnePath uh, through Collin College partnership. My name is Randy Canavel, and I'm the Director of Transfer Partnerships here at the University of North Texas. And over the next 15 to 20 minutes, I hope to provide you information on UNT OnePath, which is, again, a dual enrollment or co-enrollment opportunity with our friends and colleagues over at Collin College. And so let's get started. So what is UNT OnePath? UNT OnePath, again, is a co-enrollment opportunity with Collin College and the University of North Texas. So this allows for you, the student, to be a student at both institutions pursuing an area of study. In this case, it would be business, um, or it could be biology slash health professions. And so this gives you two opportunities for future career advancement, for career success. We know that the Collin and Frisco area is growing in its population, and with that, its business community is growing. Opportunities for economic development and regional expansion are located right out of Frisco and in the Collin County area. So these two pathways are going to be instrumental for a graduate or a student like yourself um, to getting that first job, to getting success in the career space. So why would a student want to do the UNT One path? Why would you want to enroll in two institutions and try to manage your time that way? Well, for several reasons. One, staying local is going to be one of the advantages of this program. And so you get to stay close to family, you get to stay near home. And so that's going to save ultimately on housing costs. That's going to save on overall tuition and fees because this program is laid out and it's sequential. There's a clear path to completion from your associate's degree going into your bachelor's degree. So there's no loss of credits. This program is incredibly organized, it's prescriptive. And so you know what you're going to take every semester. And with that, you're going to get to maximize your time. Again, staying on track, starting your major courses, your UNT courses earlier is really going to be an advantage to you, the prospective student or the current student, because again, you're getting to tap into those upper level courses sooner rather than later. You'll have dual support, with navigating two institutions, having that guide, that navigator to walk you through both institutions through this path is going to be critical. And so you'll have a transfer navigator assigned to you. And also you'll have support at Collin College, which will likely be the admissions team and also your academic advisors. And so we will work together as two institutions to support your one path. And then lastly, I think one of the best things is you get to be a UNT student from day one. You get access to student services, to campus life, to all the opportunities that kind of supplement and add to your academic experience at UNT. You will have access to day one as also a Collin College student. So let's talk about the programs in more detail. I mentioned earlier that for this one path program with Collin College, we're offering a business pathway and also a biology pathway that is specialized or focused in on health professions. So our Ryan College of Business, or our business administration pathway, um, is well known. It's one of our highest or most enrolled programs at the University of North Texas. And so in this one path program, this will be no different. But because of that, the College of Business does have stringent requirements. Um, as such, you can't just be a marketing major from day one. You kind of have to earn your way into it through a tiered progression. And so with one path, we help you through that progression, right? The courses are already laid out. So you'll complete your pre-business courses while you're co-enrolled. You'll have instruction from Collin College faculty and UNT faculty. And during that time, you're going to start kind of preparing yourself to meet UNT's transfer admissions criteria. You'll want to make sure that you maintain a 2.7 pre-business GPA. Let's pause there. Maintain a minimum 2.7 pre-business GPA in all those courses. So that would be your core, that will be your accounting 1 and 2, your economics, those courses that cement and really provide you that foundation to be a finance, business, economics major later on. And of course, earn a C better in all your pre-business courses. And we'll go into more detail in that here in a second. And of course, this will offer that clear progression to allow you to declare what business major or discipline you'd like to um, identify with moving forward. And it's going to offer, again, OnePath's going to offer you a nice, smooth transition into your major and into those upper level courses by doing OnePath. This is a list of all our Brent Ryan College of Business courses. As you can see, they are organized by the type of degree and the type of major and also location. So you can see in Denton, we offer almost all of our programs except our BBA in sports management. That is unique to UNT Frisco. And you can see there in the second column, the check marks indicate what UNT or what business programs are offered exclusively at UNT Frisco. And then, of course, those that are offered online. And so there's an opportunity through this program with Collin College that you can, again, complete your business degree at UNT Frisco. But that doesn't preclude you from going to Denton. And it's not that far of a drive either. Not too bad anyway. All right, let's talk about a sample course sequencing. This is probably what you've been wanting to see. And so you can see that this is laid out in 8 semesters or 4 years. You can see here that the blue courses indicate Collin College courses, and green courses are, of course, UNT courses as well. And so you can see a student in semester 1 is already taking a UNT course, BCIS 2610, Business Computer Applications, and they will also take their English, their economics, their math, and BUSI 1301, which is an introduction to business. And so as you go through each semester, you can see where a student has the opportunity to take a UNT course and kind of matriculate until semester 4 when they start to flip from being mostly a Collin College student to a full-time UNT student. And so from semester 5 to 8, they basically complete their bachelor's degree. And there will be a time here that's in semesters 5 or 6 when the student will officially earn their associate's degree, and that will be noted and celebrated by our teams and, of course, by you, the student. And that'll allow you to continue into your bachelor's degree. Now, you notice here on the bottom, there's an area that says become degree seeking. And so in short, and I'll talk more about this later in our FAQs, but when you are admitted into, or when you apply to the OnePath program, you only have to do one application. You don't have to apply to 2 institutions to participate. You will apply to Collin College, and they will admit you there. And then simultaneously, that information is shared with UNT, and you'll be entered in or admitted as a non-degree seeking student. And that allows you to take these UNT courses from semesters 1 to 3, and maybe even 4, depending on how your course sequencing is set up, your schedule set up. And then at some point, you'll have to become degree seeking at UNT because you'll be taking more of our courses. And also, you might need some financial aid. And so you'll want to make sure that that financial aid switches from Collin, being the home institution, to UNT. Let's go into our biology and health professions pathway. And I love this program because, yes, you earn a BS in biology, but it really keeps your eyes on what is that health profession you want to be. Maybe you want to be a nurse. Maybe it's a chiropractor. Maybe you want to get ready for med school. Maybe you're pre-med. This program undoubtedly will get you prepared for a health professions pathway. And so there's a team dedicated to health professions. They can help advise you and guide you and make sure that if you are wanting to do med school or that you're wanting to go into allied health, that you're on track for those applications and those other requirements outside of the classroom. And so again, just kind of some basic requirements here. Clinical exposure and certifications, that's one of the benefits of doing the health professions biology pathway through UNT OnePath. Healthcare exploration, so we have thousands of alumni that are here in the Metroplex, and we know that they're all doing well, and several of them are probably in healthcare careers. And so we want to get those groups of people together and hopefully talk, maybe network with current students on, what does the job outlook look like? What does my career look like if I finish this degree? What are opportunities that for networking and getting a leg up on career opportunities now? Advising and mentoring, again, we have a great group of health profession advisors led by Dr. Todd Lang that can help you and help you navigate kind of those details as far as getting ready for med school, maybe chiropractic school, maybe it's PA. So there are a lot of requirements for each health profession that go again beyond just making the grade, rather also making sure that you're applying on time, that you have experiences on your resume and on your transcript that are going to help you succeed. The requirement is pretty simple, must make a C or better in all of those biology courses, and that includes biology, that includes some chemistry and some other requirements, and of course, maintain a 2.5 GPA. And you're probably again wondering, what does the course sequence look like? This is a sample. What you might notice here is that unlike the business, most of your coursework from semesters 1 through, I would say, 4 are mostly at Collin College. And of course, if you have a different circumstance, maybe you were a dual credit student and you graduated from high school and you have some of these completed, I would definitely encourage you to talk to one of our transfer navigators and see how this degree sequence might be personalized for you. And then, of course, you'll see your first UNT course is likely to be a clinical internship. It's COS 2300, and that allows you to go into your next UNT course the following semester. Biochemistry 3621 and 3622. There's, of course, that's a lab. That's why there's two course numbers there. And that allows you to complete the associates and start your bachelor's. And of course, that degree seeking, remember, you're admitted as a non-degree seeking student at first at UNT, and then that will switch. Same rules apply here as well. Okay, becoming degree seeking. Real quick. Technically in UNT OnePath, you're transferring, but you're not because you're really on this one path. But to satisfy you becoming a degree seeking student, we are going to use our published transfer admissions criteria that is on the UNT website. And it's basically proportion based on the number of hours that you're bringing in and the GPA. And so you can see here that from 0 to 15 hours, 2.5 college GPA or a 3.0 high school GPA. If you come in with 16 to 30 hours from the community college, 2.5 GPA is required, 31 to 44, 2.25, and lastly, 45 hours, 2.0 GPA. Doing UNT OnePath, depending on if you do business or biology, you're likely going to be in one of these two areas here, the 2.5 or 2.25 GPA with the corresponding hours. So just keep that in mind. And remember that each of those programs have a GPA requirement that you must maintain to progress through the degree plan. Let's talk about cost, something that's always top of mind when you're entering or enrolling in college. And so since you'll be working with two institutions, I have two tables up here. So call your attention first here on the left to Collin College, their tuition and fees for Texas and Collin County residents, what that looks like for a 3-hour course, and the fees for a 3-hour course. And that gives you your total. If you're Texas resident, but outside Collin County, it's a little bit more. And you can see that there. And then here for UNT, the first two courses, if you're doing business, if you're doing biology, are only $500 flat fee for those first two courses. It's actually a maximum of 4 courses, and you can only do 1 course per semester, but it's $500. That's a pretty good deal for a university or 4-year level course tuition and fee. More on that later. And then, of course, if assuming you're going full time, you might be doing 12 hours at UNT. This is the estimated tuition, the fees, and the total amount for 12 hours for a semester of cost for 12 semester credit hours, excuse me. But is it? One thing that's amazing about UNT OnePath also is that we have a unique scholarship that is provided for this program, provided you meet the criteria here. And financial aid can also be used as well. And so if you are pursuing UNT OnePath, there is a scholarship. And you just have to and this is outside the $500. You just have to be a Texas resident. You have to be participating in the co-enrollment program and in good standing. Have co-enrolled in at least one UNT course each year while in the program. And as you can see, if you follow the full-time path, That is definitely going to happen. Maintain 75% course completion rate and no repeated coursework. And that is repeated coursework that you're bringing in from the community college or that you did through Collin. No repeated coursework. Be a UNT degree seeking student per the program pathway. Recall your attention to the degree seeking slide and what that entails. And have earned a minimum of 45 semester credit hours in the UNT OnePath program pathway, which will be likely in this scenario because the first semesters 1 through 4 will definitely get you towards that minimum. So here's what the scholarship looks like. So it's renewable for up to 5 semesters or the completion of the bachelor's degree. And again, degree seeking, it starts at degree seeking. Awards are prorated based on UNT enrollment. And this is another advantage or benefit is that if full-time enrollment is not doable, there is a prorated option. The scholarship recipients must maintain a 3.0 GPA and 75% course completion rate for renewal. And then total aid plus scholarships cannot exceed the cost of attendance. And so I'm going to call your attention here to the bottom of the tables. If you have a 3.0 to 3.49 GPA, you get $750 per semester. 3.5 to 3.74, you get $1,500 per semester. And finally, 3.75 or higher, $2,000 per semester. So remember what I had said was the total cost for 12 hours at UNT. Opportunities, again, to save here. And if you're not a full-time student, meaning you're not taking 12 or more hours, there are opportunities to still get the scholarship based on enrollment. So 9 to 11 hours is 75% of the award based on your GPA. 6.8 hours, you get 50% of one of these here. And then 3 to 5 hours, 25%, and then fewer than 3, not eligible. Navigating enrollment at 2 institutions. Again, I mentioned earlier that you will be assigned a transfer navigator from UNT who will help you navigate both Collin and UNT. And not that they'll have the answer for every question that you might have. Rather, they're going to help facilitate, help guide you to finding that answer, or we as the team will help you find that answer. If it's on the Collin College side, they too will be there to support you, but the navigator will always be your central or your first point of contact during this process. So again, student services at a glance. You'll have a dedicated OnePath navigator. They'll help guide you through registration of both courses at Collin and UNT. Again, you're going to be enrolled at both institutions, so understanding the tuition and fee guidance will be available to you. Understanding how you're billed and what tuition means and what this might mean, what this fee might mean, that'll be available to you. Navigators will help you understand billing timelines and financial aid coordination. One thing to keep in mind is that both institutions start the semesters at different times, and also the due dates for payment are likely to be at different times. But rest assured, our navigators will be there to support you and make sure that both institutions mark you or tag you as a OnePath student, so those deadlines can be flexed for your purposes. And of course, ongoing support through the semester. We're going to keep checking in on you. You know, after you start the semester, it's not goodbye. It's what else? How else can we support you? How can we help you persist through this program and be successful? We'll be monitoring your academic progress. And again, you'll have access to resources at both institutions. That might be the career centers. That might be tutoring. It might be something more personal to you. So dean of students, maybe it's disability access or accommodations. You'll have those access points at either Collin or UNT, or both, depending on the service. How to get started? Well, we would love for you to fill out one of our interest forms. This is a QR code that you can scan. It's also available on the website where you are viewing this right now. We'd love to learn more about you and have a transfer navigator talk to you more about OnePath, more about the things I'm talking about today, because of course this is pre-recorded. And then of course, applying to Collin College through Apply Texas. Again, that's a one app process. Our navigators can help you with that. And you want to make sure that you select either the UNT Business or Biology co-enrollment option on Apply Texas. So please, please, please do an interest form. Important dates to keep in mind. By the time you view this, June 10th has likely passed. And so we're looking forward to July 7th for our next orientation at UNT Frisco. And you'll get to mix and mingle, if you will, with other UNT students. And Collin will also be on site to assist with OnePath questions. I would not worry about late application deadline right now. We'll have one more orientation for you on July 31st. This is at this point good to be aware of payment deadlines. And so the navigators will help you with that. UNT starts this year August 17th. Collin starts August 24th. And so again, I can't reiterate enough that both institutions follow different calendars, not just for start of the semester and billing, but also holidays. For example, spring break, I think is different for both institutions. And so that's something to keep in mind of. Let's go into some FAQs real quick. How does this application process work? Well, again, it's simple, right? You only have to apply to Collin, and that information, with your permission, of course, is shared with UNT, and we can get you admitted as a non-degree seeking student at the beginning of this OnePath journey. Again, no separate application, and we coordinate everything with UNT admissions so you can focus on getting ready for the next step. What are the financial advantages with co-enrollment? Well, we talked about saving on tuition and fees, living at home, but also the $500 flat fee for those first several courses. And then once you become degree seeking, if you are eligible, the UNT OnePath scholarship that's based on GPA and number of hours that you're enrolled in. Am I eligible for scholarships? Yes, we just talked about that. You absolutely are. Can I use financial aid while co-enrolled? Absolutely, you can. Co-enrolled students may apply for federal aid and state grants coordinated by Collin College and the University of North Texas. So a good example there is Pell Grant. Can I participate if I already have college credit? Yes. So for example, you might be a graduating senior and you did dual credit through Collin College, and maybe you've earned your English, 1301 and 1302, or maybe you've earned your math requirement. We can definitely look into that for you if you'll just provide your transcripts when you meet with the navigator, and we can come up with a personalized plan that'll have you started on OnePath as soon as possible. How do you know which courses to take at the community college? Again, you'll work with UNT and Collin College advising teams and navigators to get that personalized academic plan and to ensure that your courses are transferring properly and that keeps you on track for graduation. Do I get a Collin College and UNT email address and student ID? Absolutely. You are, again, a Collin College and UNT student, so that provides you an email address, a student ID card that will be given to you, at least the UNT student ID card will be given to you at orientation at our Frisco campus. And then, of course, access to all the pertinent systems because you are a student of both institutions. This is if your transfer navigator, if you are a Collin County student, Collin College student as well, Miss Cindy Stelzlin will be your transfer navigator. And of course, I would really encourage you to fill out an interest form. This kind of starts the communication and discovery for OnePath for you as a potential student. And if you have any questions, you're always welcome to email us there at untonepath@unt.edu. And so again, interest form, and feel free to email us and we'll get back to you in a timely manner. Check out our UNT OnePath website. You could maybe press pause here and scan that QR code if you need to. And of course, greetings from all of us at the University of North Texas. I thank you all for your time today in viewing this. And this is such a great opportunity for students who live in the Collin County area and have attended or are attending Collin College and want to become a UNT student sooner rather than later. And so, again, my name is Randy Cannavale. I'm the Director of Transfer Partnerships here at the University of North Texas, and I thank you for your time. And again, if you have any questions about the UNT OnePath program with Collin College, please reach out to us. Thank you.